I'd start skating around and I'd start doing nunchucks while I was skating. What I learned the hard way, I hit my elbows quite a bit because when I tried doing spinning and stuff, that makes your chucks want to go out because of the centripetal force. You know, so then what I could do standing still, now that I'm rotating on skates, it's changing everything, you know, because of the laws of physics, you know. So then I had to slow it down, and before I went into a spin, I had to, like, while I'm spinning my nunchucks, I had to use my nunchucks to direct which way I was going to rotate in my body and stuff. So, because if I tried using my legs to spin, well, if I turned too quick, then my chucks would want to go outward, you know. So I had to use the nunchucks for the show, like the show I was going to put on. I had to use the nunchucks to guide where I was going. So, like, if I was going to turn this way, I had to start the chucks, guide them over this way as I'd roll. And I couldn't spin as fast, so that when I danced with the chucks, I had to do slower turns and stuff. Unless I pulled them up under my arms, then I could go into a spin. And then once I come straight out of it, then I could go back into the chucks and stuff. So I had to kind of like do nunchucks in between spinning moves and stuff. Otherwise, they'd draw out. It was really tough. But I did some pretty cool stuff. Couldn't do it now. If you're out of shape right now. Now, if I could lose my weight and get back into shape where I could do all this down low roller skating, spinning stuff, then I could probably do it again. You know, but right now I couldn't. No way. Heck, when I went skating over the last few years here, when I first got on skates again, I'm thinking, yeah, I can do this in my mind. And then, where's this at? Oh my gosh, we're getting long. I better wrap this up. I'm thinking, in my mind, I knew how to do all these fancy tricks because I was a really good skater. But man, after all those years of not going, and I hit the floor, I was like, whoa, wobbling, like, totally threw me off. So, and then, because of my weight and everything, after just going around a couple times around the rink, my leg muscles were on fire. And then they started shaking. I thought I was going to collapse. I had to go sit down on their little chairs and stuff. And I sat down, I was like, I was going to leave. After the first time I went skating, after so many years, I was going to leave. Like, man, I just can't do it no more. And I thought about how I used to train in boxing. You know, it'd be like boxing, you know, we'd train for 3 minutes because it's round time, you know, training for a round. Train for 3 minutes and then take a break, you know. Well, I knew I couldn't last probably 3 minutes. I didn't know if I could last 3 minutes on the rink right away. But I thought, well, I'll try. I can't remember if I did like 30 seconds or so many laps at a time, I think I did. And I had my timer on my watch going too. You know, but then I would kind of go by laps because I didn't want to be going into another lap and my legs are going to collapse, you know. So I was kind of watching time and I was trying to work my way up to 3 minute runs, which I did. And I got up to 3 minute skatings. So I'd skate for 3 minutes and then I'd go sit down and rest for, you know, 3 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. You know, but eventually I got to where it would be 3 on, 3 off, 3 on, 3 off. Then 3 on and one off or something, you know. I mean, so, and then I got to where I didn't do no turning around backwards, spinning stuff. I just started learning how to skate again and get my balance back. Then I started learning how to kind of do my footwork a little bit, and crossing over and stuff. I got that down good. Then I went for the big move to turn around and go backwards. Did it. And all the years I skate carded, I hardly ever fell. And I could do a lot of fancy cool tricks. And even as big as I am now, all over the last 4 or 5 years ago in roller skating, I still haven't fell yet, you know, but I did pull a muscle really bad trying to show up in front of friends. We're talking about that's with my friend Clay, and he's like, I remember I went spin and I went to do it because I felt confident. I went into my spin and I was doing the spin perfect as we're going down the sideline. I'm spinning, doing the fancy stuff. But then when I tried to stop my spin because we're coming up to the corner, I tried to stop my spin to cut into the corner. And that momentum, my leg muscles for doing that kind of move weren't strong enough to stop my spin and get into that turn. So when I tried stopping, I stopped myself, but I pulled from my left groin all the way down into my knee or something like that. and I couldn't hardly stand, and that took me weeks to heal that. But then I still kept going, and I haven't been there in a while. I'd have to start burning again, but I have to build up again. But it's fun exercise. But I gotta quit flapping my gums here because this is a long one here. We're already up to 23 minutes. So now you know a little bit more about me and my roller skating and my nunchucking and stuff. Well, this is gonna be, I don't know what they're gonna title this. But hey, thanks for watching. Talk to God about anything. The more you talk to God, the closer you get to Him, the more you'll see Him working in your life. And the closer you become to Him. And it's a wonderful, wonderful feeling. The closer you get to Him and the more you see Him, and the more, it's really cool. So, and I got some headlights shining on me here. They're all pulling out. It must be 11 o'clock. That's 11:10. So that's must be employees leaving Walmart. But hey, once again, thanks for being here. God bless you. And I love you. I don't know you, but I'm sending you some love. And hopefully we'll see you on the next one.